It's 7:45 morning, Barbados. We call that good old Bajan living. And that leads us to our next guest this morning, Michael Goodman.
Good morning.
Welcome.
Good morning, Doug. Good morning, Katrina.
Good morning,
How are you doing?
Michael. I'm great. You're missing somebody. You're normally here with someone. Where's Peter Boyce?
Yeah, everybody asks me whenever I'm around. Everybody says, "Where's Peter Boyce?"
Well, where is
actually,
he?
you know, this is the Russian ice ballet is at Combermere, and he's an ex-Combermerian. He had to go and start chipping ice. He's chipping ice and laying.
And did he have that monkey with him as well?
Yeah.
The monkey was helping with the ice chipping.
Attached to the shoulder. That and his BlackBerry. You know, one.
But of course. And that's how we roll as Bajans. This is how we live. We poke fun. We enjoy each other's company, and that's what we're here to talk about. Bajan Living is the mature program for the mature listener. We're in season 2 already.
I know.
When
it's
did that
amazing.
happen?
Well, the first series started in March, and it was a great success. And I have to say, we are so thrilled and so proud because there was a recent cadre survey which said that QFM, which is the station Bajan Living is on every Monday at 1:30 till 2:30, QFM is the most listened to and the most popular CBC radio station according to the Cadre's poll in the afternoon.
What did you do?
So we are really proud to be on QFM. You know, it's the most popular, it's the most listened to in the afternoon. What more can we ask?
Of course. Now, just in case, by some slim chance, there are folk who are not particularly familiar with Bajan Living, give us a little backtrack. What is it? Who is featured? When can we hear it? Why should we listen?
Well, you should definitely listen because there's been a lot said recently about it's important to have more Bajan material on radio and television, and so we're doing our bit. Peter Boyce and I got together and decided let's have a program all about Bajan living, and Peter kind of represents the Bajan bit, and yeah, you know, I'm from over and away, but the point is very often somebody from over and away can see and appreciate things that you'll take for granted. So like when I used to live in London, I would drive past Buckingham Palace every day and not even give it a second look on my way to work. And it would take somebody from outside to say, have you ever actually been inside?
Yeah.
So it's that. So we have me looking at things from the outside and appreciating and getting all excited about things. And we have Peter kind of keeping me calm because I do get overexcited.
Peter keeps anyone calm?
Well, yeah, he can sort of lay back and say, calm down, Michael,
wow.
You know. So
bring that version of Peter the next time you're
I
on
will,
the
I'll
show.
try if I can drag the monkey off the shoulder.
Tell us about some of the things that you get excited about, Bajan things.
Well, for example, we have the first show of the new series starts on Monday, and I'm always excited when we can have a guest like the Honourable Maisie Barker-Welch. I mean, Maisie is absolutely wonderful.
She's a treasure.
And isn't she just?
Yeah.
And she's kind of, you know, she's just a font of so much knowledge. She's so active. She's in her 80s, and she's an amazing personality. And I think she represents not only so much of Bajan living, but you mentioned September Remember. Well, September is also Senior Citizens Month. September is also the peak of the hurricane season. So on Monday's show, we're going to be talking to Maisie about elder appreciation, about things Elders Month, and we're also going to be taking a look at hurricane preparedness, because one thing I've noticed, again from the outside a bit, is how complacent people are about the hurricane season. I've got my bottles of water, I've got my batteries, I've got all my preparations, my tinned food, I'm ready to bring in the furniture from outside, all these things. And I understand this kind of complacency. We've had a couple of hurricanes just whiz by. Yeah, they're off, and Katia has gone in another direction. So we'll focus on that. We'll focus on elder appreciation with Maisie. It's going to be absolutely great. And of course we have competitions, and we have people phoning in. And
money.
Money. We have location reports. I was at Bajan Living. I was representing Bajan Living just last Saturday at the Barbados Vagrants and Homeless Society graduation.
We're so
this is something amazing. It is amazing. A young man, 19 years old when he started, decides to approach Ministry of Social Care and say, I want to start this project and get vagrants off the streets, into employment, back into society. 2 years later, he has this amazing production in Independence Square last Saturday with the Minister of Social Care as guest speaker, And he has 6 people who've graduated, 7 people who've graduated, 4 of them have got jobs. It was wonderful. So we have a location report from that.
We are some of the greatest fans of the Vagrants and Homeless Society. Kamar Safri, he's one of our heroes.
He is actually, you said heroes, we have Heroes of the Week, and of course next Monday he'll be hero, or they, the Barbados Vagrants and Homeless Society, the Heroes of the Week.
Tell us about the ripples created by some of the other segments. What have really caught on to the listeners?
I think one of our favorite segments is Take Good Care of Yourself, and we have these kind of musical interludes that introduce each of the segments. So we have the 3 degrees, take good care of yourself, and I can't help singing, it's really embarrassing.
It's all right.
I get told off for that. And we have these, and Take Good Care of Yourself, very popular. We have health tips and hints, and we try and apply it to ourselves. Peter, who's a bit of a health freak, and I, who just love cake. So we have those challenges, and we have this kind of relationship in the studio where we don't let each other off easily.
No. You know what I love? My favorite segment is The Way We Were. I'm obsessed with old Barbadiana, Morris chairs and donkey carts, and stories that begin crick crack monkey break your back. Tell me, what can we expect in the Way We Were segment coming up in this season?
Well, there are so many things. It's just very often it's a case of sitting and thinking, what are we going to leave out? And I think probably one of the stars of our Way We Were segment in the last series was our interviews with 107-year-old Mr. Gerald Bradshaw. He's 107 and he speaks fluently. He lives in St. Thomas, Carrington Village, St. Thomas. Good morning if you're watching.
I'm sure he is.
And we really not only heard about old Barbados, but relived it through him. So we have these kind of interviews and these kind of guests. So Way We Were is always a popular one.
Doug, you've had a chance to peruse some of the segments, and I've already said what my favorite one is. You pick one. You pick what you're going to tune in for, even though you should be listening to the whole program.
Heroes of the Week.
Well, Heroes of the Week, I mean, we've had, as I said, Kamar Safri, Barbados Vagrants and Homeless. We've also had the fire service. These people who risk their lives, you were talking about campus trends, people who risk their lives to go in and save other people. And even simple things, you don't have to be famous to be a hero, because, for example, the National Assistance Board has a bereavement hotline. That it's not just about bereavement, but if you're troubled, you can call them, and their response is so welcoming, so warm. I actually tried it on behalf of somebody who had called into the program, and the people like that are Heroes of the Week. They're all over the place. They're all over the country. And I should also say our general heroes are our sponsors, because we wouldn't we could not
be
exist
on air
without our
them.
sponsors. And we are thrilled that both Carib Rehab and Insurance Corporation of Barbados have come back for the 2nd series. So I think that's got to be kind of an endorsement that things are going well. So we really, really want to thank Carib Rehab and Insurance Corporation of Barbados for coming back again and supporting BajanLiving.
The money segment.
Yes.
What's that intended to do?
Well, there are all sorts of things going on. I don't want to get too specific, but there are things going on at the moment that are concerning a lot of people, particularly older people who've invested money in Barbados. And so we would have experts and people who know what they're talking about to come on and say, look, this is what you should do to keep your money safe. This is what you should do. Don't put it under the mattress. It's not even safe under the mattress. But these are the safe things to do with your money. These are ways to save money. These are ways to make the most of your money. That's the kind of thing that we do on the Money, Money, Money segment.
And if you look at the very bottom of the flyer, it says, and music to please your ears. Now, I have a hard time understanding how you're squeezing music into this already packed hour, but you're somehow managing it. Tell us a little bit about the flavor tunes that you play.
Well, you know what? We try and whatever the segment is about, whatever the subject is or whoever the person is, I will sit and go through all the music playlists and try and find something that actually works with that subject. When we had the Barbados Vagrants and Homeless Society, we played straight into He Ain't Heavy, He's My Brother, and the lump in my throat, you know. So we try and make that. When we were talking about dogs, we had a thing about, you know, dogs are good for your health.
Yes,
the right kind of dog is good for the right kind of person. And I couldn't resist playing How Much Is That Doggy in the Window? Right. So, you know, we try and make things fit. We also try and do local music. When we're, this Monday, I've already chosen, the Merry Men will be doing Keep That Party Going when we do the Barbados Vagrants and Homeless Society piece. So always to try and make it work with the segment and make it work with the guest. I've even asked Maisie Barker-Welch, what's your favourite song? Right. And if you want to know what our favourite song is, you have to tune in on Monday, QFM, 1:30 till 2:30.
I knew he was going to do that, Doug. A little bit of a teaser. You know, as broadcasters, we think differently and we listen and watch differently. And I'm wondering what you feel about the production going into a show like this, because sometimes the simplest sounding shows take the most production behind the scenes. This is a lot of planning and research.
Yeah.
You know, where does it fit in an era where you don't even actually have to physically walk with CDs or records anymore? It's click and play, everything is automated, and perhaps because I can sit on set with a Wi-Fi connection and punch up the BBC, I don't perhaps have to research as much. But just a note to our producers, I do. I really do.
I really do.
No, but I mean, what do you think about the production value of a show like this?
I'm really glad you brought that up, Katrina, because it is really important. And one of the things I think that has made BajanLiving such a success is that we have a fairly complex production sequence. So it starts really, Tuesday is the day off. Monday the show is 1:30 till 2:30 on QFM. Tuesday's kind of a day off. Wednesday we start planning the show. What's the next one going to be? We usually have guests 2 or 3 weeks lined up in advance. Sometimes location reports, we've got to go out and do them. So they're lined up 2 or 3 weeks in advance. I could tell you what the next 2 or 3 weeks are. And then we prepare a schedule which is broken down to 30 seconds, a bit like Morning Barbados would be. Every 30 seconds is scheduled. We deliver that to CBC, to QFM on a Friday, so they know exactly what we're doing. I deliver the tracks and the location reports and the music, everything that needs to go into that, so that the team at QFM, who are great, we get tremendous support. I have to say thank you to all the people at QFM who are so supportive. We give the operators a hard time on Monday.
We do too, don't worry.
One quick question before we wrap up though, Michael. How do you decide on the topics for the studio guests?
It kind of just comes. So, you know, when we read the newspapers, we watch the news, we hear about really interesting people, we find that somebody's doing a special project. So a bit like you would do with Morning Barbados, you're just kind of led to these people, and you know what kind of subject that they're going to come with. And then we build a program very often around that, so that they have something other than their own subject that they can join in with.
Well, you've sold me on the second season.
Good.
So Monday at 1:30, Q100 FM, 7.7 FM. There will be Peter Boyce available, yes, Monkey and Ice and all.
Yes,
Michael, I'm excited about this series for you. I really am.
We are too. And again, I just want to thank Carib Rehab and Insurance Corporation of Barbados, without whom it wouldn't happen.
Well, that speaks to the quality and the strength of your brand. I'm listening out for The Way We Were, and of course the Heroes of the Week. If there's an interactive segment, please let us know so that our viewers can call in, write in, and whatever else.
They absolutely can.
And speaking of interacting, we thought we'd seen the last of the airbrushing, but not so. John and Hal are standing by, and Doug is feeling very proud of himself because now he will be given a presentation of that piece of work by the talented John Martin. Doug,
is he putting on lipstick, or
he's putting on the finishing touches? Don't ask questions.
What's going on there? I can't tell.
I think what is happening is there's a spot of a logo going on, in case there was any query as to where he sketched you. Where
the Morning Barbados logo.
The Morning Barbados logo is going on. Perhaps you might want to talk to him a little bit about how, I mean, looking a whole lot like what we just have here at the
They look real?
Yes.
Oh, the Morning Barbados logo. There you go. How do you concentrate with all this happening around you, John?
I can't hear well. So it's easy to stay focused.
Okay. All right.
A hearty thank you to John and Hal. While you get that, the finishing touches on, I just want to get you to shake the man's hand for doing such a wonderful job.
An incredible job. Thank you for making me look so young, not to mention handsome.
And the twinkle.
You're a great guy. The check's in the mail.
Al, thanks a lot for bringing John back. We're looking forward to seeing more of this work. Thanks a lot for coming.
It's been a pleasure.
And Doug, it's been a pleasure to share this week, the last half of this week with you.
It's been wonderful. Let's do it again.
Shall we?
Why not? Why not?